Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's Jen, what day is it today? I don't even know. Wednesday? Oh, good lord. I think it's Wednesday. Anyway, we're going to talk about some bowling stuff. Okay, just got confirmation. Today is Wednesday. Some important things to talk about. First off, they say that divorce rate is very high during these times. I can understand why. I'm pretty sure that I'm driving Jen crazy. We've been stuck in the same house for like 1,000 days, it feels. I mean, Judy here, she loves everybody, and I'm pretty sure she's plotting my death. Speaking of death, I'm not sure if maybe my neighbor killed his parents, but doesn't this look like he's building some sort of burial tomb type thing? I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, oh yes, bowling. We're going to talk about bowling. So we're like a month in now, it seems, and obviously everyone's doors are still closed and we're not bowling. The harsh reality of it is it's the week of Easter, and most of Canada, people will be kind of prepping to be bowling the Open, and instead you're listening to me. We've officially hit rock bottom. But things to talk about. I've had a lot of good proprietor conversations in the last week or so, and getting a feel how everyone's doing, and it seems like everyone's kind of hunkered down and they're getting through this, and I guess one of the big questions that always gets posed is what can the bowlers do to help? And I know the bowlers are looking after themselves and getting everything kind of in order on their own end, and I would say the majority of people aren't working, and hopefully you're getting money still, and your bills are getting paid. But one of the things that is kind of scary on our end is where we go from here, and I think I've heard some pretty good dialogue from bowlers and proprietors on ideas. There's an idea about kind of a campaign if your bowling center if they do gift cards to maybe purchase gift cards and send them to loved ones or use them up on your own. I know there are a majority of leagues are guaranteed lineage, so I mean it seems like everybody's going to be done in the year now for sure, but the guaranteed lineage thing is a little scary because if you're kind of scratching to make a buck here and there, as a proprietor anyway, that's some lost revenue there too. So anything that they can do to help. We did have an idea of one of our leagues pitched about doing playoffs, because we're almost at playoff time, so they pitched the idea of maybe doing playoffs in August and then starting the bowling season right after in September to kind of help a little bit. I don't know if that's an option for anybody, but I just throw these ideas out there as I hear them. But I mean, I hope everyone is staying safe and keeping themselves occupied. Just a couple things that I'd like to kind of pass along, personally. Number one, I've been watching a lot of like 50s PBA bowling, so I'm hurting to watch something in regards to bowling. I would recommend giving it a shot. I mean, it's definitely some terminology that we would perceive a little bit differently today. Jen and I had a pretty good laugh at a couple comments from commentators, and how politically incorrect that would be today. So, that's pretty good. But I mean, on a serious note, like I I definitely commend the work that WCBT is doing, and they're continuing with podcasts. Fortunately, they're all done on video chat basically, and I'm gonna leave the link for their YouTube and other avenues to kind of get to that content. I'm gonna leave it in the description below. Definitely, there's hours upon hours of content to listen to, and their podcasts. I mean, they're in the 50s, I guess, and they're in the 50s right now for how many they've done, and they're the top bowlers in Canada, talking to other top bowlers in Canada. So that stuff is invaluable, and I would definitely recommend to take a listen. I know that they have a lot of their podcasts also on YouTube, so like I said, I'll put the link there, and it's we need to get through this, and if every bowler out there can maybe even reach out to their proprietor and just say, hey, I'm thinking of you, hope everything's going well, what can I do to help? I think for the mental state of these small business owners, that's going to go a long way, and there are a lot of stresses. I mean, with everybody, not just proprietors, but I mean with everybody in life, and I feel like it's really important for us to have conversations. And then also, with that being said, maybe this is a great time for us to kind of figure out what we deem wrong with our game and fix it. We've always kind of been strapped with not having enough time, and I can't do that because I have so many other issues or things taking my attention. Well, I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm speaking for a lot of people. You got some free time now, so why doesn't everyone sit around and let's have some constructive dialogue, and not nitpick at terms and how we say things, and let's maybe come out with some good ideas to move forward in bowling once things get back started again. It'd be crazy to say that our sport's perfect. It's definitely not, and there are a lot of holes and deficiencies, and if we keep ignoring them, they're never going to go away. And I think that we have a lot of free time now, at least the majority of us do, and if we're really passionate about bowling and we're missing bowling, let's take the time and figure some stuff out, and figure what we can do to improve our game and the state of the game, and where it goes from here. And I think that's pretty important. And all the associations and tours, all that aside, we're a big family, and there's no reason why we can't all come to some sort of idea of a conglomerate of making our sport better, and I don't know if we've really done that. I feel like the guys out west have done a really good job, and all of Western Canada, and I mean some from other parts of the country, Ontario and Quebec and all that, and some of the maritime guys, they head out to the Western tour, and they do a fantastic job. And I know Ontario is really starting to beef up that concept as well, but maybe we need to get a huge group of people together to hammer out some ideas moving forward. I know there's a couple of us that pitched an idea just with each other about the concept of having like a PBA US Open style bowling tournament where you might bowl 60 games in a week, and I know for the majority of people, they cry over bowling an 8-game qualifier, and I try to tell them that you're going to qualify, you're going to bowl 60 games, and maybe do a pre-tournament qualifier before that, even maybe do that 10 or 15 games to get into the tournament, at a reduced entry fee. I think that'd be pretty cool. You'd probably get some pretty good money into it, and certainly would be a lot of bowling. But I mean, the one thing that I feel like we forget about a lot of the time is that we do it because we enjoy it and because it's fun. And I mean, 3 games for me isn't fun. 8 games is okay. I'd like to bowl more, and I'm 40. I'm getting up there in age, and I don't. My body doesn't perform all the time the way I want it to, and stuff breaks down for sure. And I still feel like we need to go bigger and better. And I know not everyone's going to agree with that, and I know I'm also leaving out the majority of the bowling population when I'm talking about something like a U.S. Open style, because you're probably going to deal with the more elite bowler, and it'd be a scratch tournament. Hey, but there's no reason why there can't be a pins over average or a handicapped version of something like that. And I think we're all at the point right now where we realize how much we miss it. At least I hope we do, and how much we really enjoy doing it. And I hope that a lot of the people that always make the comments on how much they hate it realize they don't actually hate it, and that's not really the dialogue that they should be putting out there. And move ahead, move forward, and let's do something with our time and see what we can come up with. One thing that I would like to say, a request, if you will, maybe a few months ago, I did kind of like a social experiment. I wanted to see how far it would go, and it went farther than I thought it would, actually, to be honest with you. I just kind of put a Facebook post out there, like basically naming the coaches that I was thankful to have part of my life and my career as a bowler, to make me what I am today, and kind of offered to hear other people, kind of a good time to do a recognition of what they meant to them, and to maybe tag them. I mean, most people have social media nowadays, so it's it's easier to get a hold of people as long as they're still around. And unfortunately, a lot of my coaches growing up aren't with us anymore. But maybe we do that again. Let's put out maybe a Facebook post or whatever, and like a thank you. Maybe do one for proprietors if you feel the need to, and just a way to say thank you to the people that have meant something to you in your bowling life. And we're at a time where there's a lot of people feeling down, and maybe a couple words of a thank you or appreciation go a long way today. And let's give that a try, and let's see if we can build that up, and let's recognize some people that kind of maybe don't get the recognition they deserve, and maybe we can make them feel good about themselves and the job that they've done. Because let's be honest, being a coach is a thankless job, and maybe we can change that and make it a little more thankful. But anyway, that's all I got for today. Hopefully you liked this video. Hopefully you're staying safe, and you're staying occupied. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and like I said, check the description below for the links for the WCBT, the podcast, and you'll find some stuff in there that's really going to pass the time. You're going to probably be a couple hours in, you won't even realize it. So until then, we'll see you next time, and stay safe.